Okay, everybody, look where we're at. We're at Super City, Metropolis, Illinois, home of Superman. And there's Riley. Riley, do you like Superman?
Yep.
Where do you rank him on your favorite comic book characters?
I don't know, 3.
3?
Yeah.
Who's 1?
Batman.
Who's 2?
Spider-Man.
And then Superman. Did you like James Gunn's Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Supergirl, not so much.
What's that?
Supergirl, not so much.
Supergirl, not so much. I would agree. And there is Superman. Superman! And then right here is the Superman Museum. And Riley is going to go in and we're going to go check it out. Okay? So let's go have a look. Okay, so as you can see here on the building, you've got some pretty interesting things going on here. You've got this photo op right here. And by the way, the gas station here had all kinds of like photo ops as well. And then you can see the James Gunn Superman poster. And look at how all the windows are painted to look like, you know, red, yellow, blue for Superman. And then you got this action comic. And if I'm not mistaken, see, that's what the cover of Superman #1 comic book looked like. Which, if you had a copy of it, it's worth millions of dollars, depending on what condition it's in. And so what we're going to do right now is we're going to go inside. And look, here is, look, you can see right there at Super Museum. And there's Supergirl right there. The Super Museum Brick Sponsorship Program. Wow. And then over here, they've got this really interesting car. And by the way, look at the really fun looking town square over there. So I'm sure like everything has something to do with Superman. And then you got a car from the movie Cars, and then you can see right there Supergirl and Superman. Now, so it's a museum, and look at this. It says Jim Hambrick. He's the founder of the Superman Museum. Apparently it looks like he passed away in 2024. And he's got a sign dedicated to him. That's very cool. And it does say that it is open 7 days a week. So let's go inside. And you're going to see a lot of retail, obviously. And here's Batman's cowl from the original movie. Let's see what else is here. Look at that. A replica of the Daily Planet. And then of course they are selling comics here. That goes without saying, right? And there's Wonder Woman. Lots of Batman. More comics. And then you have a photo op. And look what you have right behind it. You have a photo booth, or a phone booth. And one of the things I didn't mention was out here. Look at that. There's a phone booth right there that you can get in and change into your Superman costume. And they have all kinds of costumes for kids. And toys galore. And then look at this. There's Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman. It's pretty much all DC. For those people who don't know, DC stands is one comic brand. Marvel is another comic brand. Marvel is Spider-Man, Captain America, Thor, X-Men, blah 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 blah. And DC is like Superman, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern. The list goes on and on. Hawkman. And that is Superman's arch enemy. That is Darkseid. And there you have it. Now, one of the things I just noticed in here, which is very interesting, is, I'll show it to you in a second. See, there's Flash costume. And a bunch of books, pictures. Oh, look at this. That's from Little Rascals. That's from the original Superman. Lots of stuff related to, but look at this. I did find something Spider-Man right there. And again, you're going to see mostly DC, everything DC in here. There's Robin. Here's a Two-Face. Oh, that's cool. Let's see, the front opens, yeah. There's Two-Face right there. That's cool. And look, they got an Aquaman here. Oh, that's really neat. Oh, yeah. Look, that's traditional Aquaman. $134. And then they got a display case here with a bunch of stuff here. Now, they have a museum here, and the museum is $8 a person. And look at this. This is what I was telling you about. Clark Kent glasses. Let me try on a pair. You tell me if I look like Superman. What do you think? Do I look like Clark Kent? And then you could also look over here. You can get a Superman penny. It says Super Museum. And look, they even have pennies right here. I don't know if you heard, but the Trump administration canceled production of pennies going forward because they said the cost to make them is more than a penny. Apparently it costs like 4 cents to make a penny. Can you believe that? So they've canceled it. Here you go, right here. Superman Museum entrance. So let's go in and check out the Superman Museum. And right there you see Superman flying super high. And then down here you have all kinds of Superman toys, memorabilia, and that's what I'm kind of expecting to see. And then here's a bunch of Superman posters, and I'm not going to look at every single thing here, okay? I'm just trying to give you a better idea of what you would see if you came to the Superman Museum. Does that make sense? And look at, they got a lot of photos. Look at that. A lot of toys. And there would be like the Christopher Reeve costume right there. Or maybe a replica. I doubt it's the real one. The real one sold for like well over $1 million. And that was like the original Superman right there. George Reeves. He died in 1993. And then I'm guessing this is a plaque dedicated to the guy who started this museum. And look at the street signs say Metropolis and Lois Lane. And look at the TV. A TV from the era when you would have watched George Reeves play Superman on television. And here's a picture of him on the phone because you know he's Clark Kent. He's in his office. And I'm assuming everything here is dedicated to George Reeves. And you can see George Reeves over there as the old man holding a faded Superman costume. And there he is in black and white in front of the Daily Planet. And there you have it. And then they're saying this was a shirt that he wore. That's very interesting because they're saying it's a breakaway shirt. So you see how he's Superman, or he's Clark Kent, apparently he takes the jacket off and the shirt just rips off. And so not having to take the whole shirt off, it's just like a facade. But then he's Superman. And then it looks here like they've got Molman bald caps from the TV show. That's interesting. And then here would be like kind of a replica of George Reeves right there. And then up here it looks like they've got it says flying pan. I don't know what that means. And then here's more toys related. And then here is a really beat up costume. And let's see. This says this is a real costume from 1951 to 57. So there you have it right there. They've got, and you can see George Reed's over there. And so that's his Superman costume. And I pretty much would believe that's real because it's not very sophisticated, that's for sure. And it looks like it's hand sewn. But there you go. There's the original. You see it right there. Unbelievable. That's the real McCoy right there. And I mean, I've seen this show when I was a kid, but apparently, somehow, one way or another, that was in the show as well. I don't remember the episode. Just various photos of George Reeves. And I guess that's a belt that he would have worn as Superman. What do you think, Riley? Did you see the authentic costume?
Yeah.
And it looks like here is another authentic costume, but that looks like Supergirl. And that might be another authentic costume, probably as him as Clark Kent. And this is dedicated to Smallville. Now, Riley, did you like the show Smallville? Huh?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite character in Smallville?
Lex Luthor.
He was good in it, yeah. Yeah, and then this is dedicated to Lewis and Clark, which was a TV show on ABC that ran in the 90s, I believe. And look at that, there's this boot. And it looks like it's signed by the cast. It's kind of cool. And there's more costumes from the TV show. And you can see where Lois and Clark got married. And then there's the wedding dress right there. So they do have quite a few cool things here. And this says it's the original, authentic Superman Ultra Woman costume worn by Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher, who played Lois Lane. So they're saying, and I don't remember the show as much to remember her playing some certain character, but there's Superman's costume right there. It almost looks like he's wearing it's almost like it's a nut cup.
He must have been packing.
Yeah. And here's Lois Lane wearing a negligee. And you've got all kinds of memorabilia. And then look, you got the TV guide. Does anybody remember TV guides? And there's TV guides with where they were featured on the top of the cover. Now, if you don't know who this is, the Rosenbergs die, pair executed. That is the ones who supposedly gave away the atomic secrets to the Russians. Now, I have no idea how that relates to. Riley, go in there and change into your Superman.
No, I'm not Superman. It says this is the phone booth, though.
It's the phone booth from what?
The first Superman movie ever.
Oh, yeah, look, right there.
I don't know how accurate that is. This looks kind of new.
All right, as we continue on. Now, this room here is totally dedicated to Supergirl. Now, for those who don't know, they have attempted to make Supergirl movies, I want to say twice, and in both cases, it was a total flop. one being this year. I've seen the movie. It's awful. So it not resonating with fans of comic book movies, it kind of goes without saying because it's just that bad. Has nothing to do with, oh, Supergirl's a girl, so whatever. No, it's just, it was awful. And then over here, if you see, that's some sort of prop arm from an episode or a movie. You can see the characters back there. And they've got props from, I guess, the Supergirl movie. Okay, so we move on. And look at this. You have a lot of board games and things you could have bought for Superman. And there's Shazam. Some people say, you know, Shazam can actually fight Superman. Superman is very powerful and strong. Here you have comics. This is a famous one, Death of Superman. That's where he was reborn as the black costume version. It looks like they have an original copy of the comic. And you see a lot of 1970s toys, including this right here. That's the 70 versions. Maybe even the 60s. I guess it's like the late 60s, early 70s. That's what that would be. And then down here, more. Look at that. Man of Steel lunchbox. Look at the record player. The Man of Steel. Lots of vintage toys. You want to take any of these with you, Ron?
I'm okay.
You're all right? Oh, look at this. Superman action cards. A whole row of lunchboxes. With the thermal mugs. And look at that, dude. I would love to have that. That's Super Friends. And you have another. Riley, what's your favorite Superman movie?
Man of Steel.
Was that the Snyder one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you like it better than the new one?
Yeah.
So when you think about it, really, the Superman movie, the movie was probably the first time they ever did a live action movie for the box office. And then the next one they would try to make would be Batman, like in 1989. Look at this, Riley. A piece of kryptonite. And then you have the all the bad guys from Superman 2. And then there's like, you can see right there, it's the Superman 2. Of course, for those who don't know, Christopher Reeve was the actor who played Superman in the very first movie. And there he is right down there. And that's like a live cast of his face. And and this, interesting enough, Marlon Brando was paid a fortune to be El Kal-El. Is that how you pronounce it, Riley?
Kal-El.
Okay, he corrected me. And then there is Christopher Reeve. And for those people who don't know, he was a horse rider, and he fell off of his horse and became paralyzed. And that ultimately killed him. And so this is the original Superman 3 flying costume. And you can see it's drastically faded. It would have been blue, now it's gray. You can see it right there. It says it's on loan. The movie was made in 1983. And look, Riley, a Superman costume or cape. That looks real. I don't know what movie it's from. But this whole section is dedicated to Christopher Reeve, so that would be my guess. And I would guess that that is a spacesuit from the movie as well. And then look at down here, Riley. They got his camera. Foam rubber Nikon. Also used in the Hoover Dam scene.
It's not his camera, it's Jimmy Olsen.
Jimmy Olsen's costume and camera. And what is that in the display case right there, Riley?
I don't know.
And look at this, dude. There is Marlon Brando's wig. That's wild. And then there's wigs from the other characters in the movie. Look at that. Look at the hair. They do have quite a bit of stuff. Oh, look at this, Riley. That is when they were on planet. Remember at the beginning of Superman, that would have been like the boots and stuff that the Kryptonians wore. And then that's the black boots that they would have wore in Superman 2. The bad guys. General Zod. Now there is a dedication right there to Nicole Kidman, who died.
Nicole again. You can't.
Margot Kidder. My bad. Margot Kidder, who was Lois Lane. And then I'm guessing this is for Lex Luthor. That would be my guess from him being in jail. Here's another costume. Look how faded that is. And then there's some props from the movie. Typewriter, phone. A whole bunch. And then look, this is just all extra stuff. And look what they have over there. They have a big old, what's his name? Doomsday. Lots more stuff over there. And there's the founder again. I think, is that everything, Riley?
Yeah.
All right. Did you see the retail store out here, Riley?
Yeah, I think that's at the back.
Oh, that's the wrong place. We're gonna... Riley, is there anything you... look at this. You can buy kryptonite. Do you need some kryptonite just in case? General Zod comes calling. Did you need a souvenir, Riley?
No.
No souvenir for you?
No.
And then, of course, there's Harley Quinn. And then there's Darkseid, Batman, Superman. As we head outside, I want to do one more thing before we go. Riley, I need you to go inside of this phone booth and come out in the costume.
I don't have a costume.
Well, let's just see if it's magical and it works. There it is, look. The Daily Planet. And Riley's going to go in there.
Someone stole the phone.
Somebody stole the phone. It doesn't work. What did you think of the museum, Riley?
Well, they don't have anything from the past 4 Superman movies in there.
They need to call James Gunn. They need to get on that. But look what they have here, though, from the Flash movie.
A cutout.
Now, Riley, I'm going to ask you a question as we walk back towards our car. And we stare one more time at the giant Superman right there. Riley, can you name every motion picture... Okay, forget TV shows. Every motion picture where Superman appeared.
Probably not.
Okay, well, give it a try, because I think I can do it.
Superman 1, 2, 3, 4.
You're talking about from the originals?
Yeah.
Okay.
Superman Returns.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, Justice League. Freaking, what's that The Dwayne Rock one.
where he made a cameo.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then the new Superman movie and Supergirl.
Yep, he made a cameo in Supergirl. But didn't he? You're missing one.
I don't think so.
He made a cameo in Shazam.
No, that wasn't him, first of all.
First off, it was Superman.
But it wasn't the actor. And
It doesn't
there's no
matter.
head.
But did Superman make an appearance in Shazam? Yes or no?
No.
Yes, he did. He showed up at the.
It wasn't the guy who's playing Superman.
It
Doesn't
doesn't
count.
matter. He made an appearance.
Doesn't count.
He made an
And
appearance.
They fired him at that point, so that's why they had.
It
no
doesn't
headshot.
matter.
why they had
Superman
no
was
headshot.
Superman was in the movie. He was in the movie. All right. Well, I hope you liked our tour today of the Superman Museum here in Metropolis, Illinois. When you're driving, we're driving to Nashville, and it just, you see it, Metropolis, on the way. And boom, there it is. So we stopped in, we're checking it out. So thanks for watching the video, and maybe we'll find another interesting thing to make a video out of soon.